Chapter 4, Complex Flows Node READ. Let us consider a hypothetical scenario. Imagine you are responsible for monitoring noise levels around animal sanctuary. That means there are some situations where we have to monitor noise levels around animal sanctuary because there are some animals which makes louder noise. Now, whenever noise level crosses a certain threshold, we are required to send SMS to supervisor and log noise information in database for future trend analysis. So here we are using SMS because that wildlife sanctuary is very big place. That means there is a lot of area. That means we cannot use the communication methods having less range. So that is why we are using SMS here. So the system is like whenever noise level crosses a certain threshold, we are required to send SMS to supervisor and in log noise information in database for future trend analysis. That means we are sending a signal to the supervisor through SMS. It will take following things for implementing this IoT application. So we will need a few things for following this IoT application. First is connect a sound sensor to Arduino. So the sound sensor is generally a microphone. So that is a sound sensor. We have to connect it to the Arduino. Then second, write a code that sends an HTTP request to server whenever noise level exceeded that threshold. So we have to write a code that sends an HTTP request to server whenever noise level exceeded threshold. Now create a service on a server that receives HTTP requests. So third is we have to create a server that receives HTTP requests. So we have to create a server which sends request when noise level is exceeded above threshold, and also we need a service on servers that receives HTTP request when noise level uh, is crossed a threshold level. That means sends and sending service and a receiving service, we need that. Fourth is write a service to send SMS to supervisor. So we have to write a service after HTTP part is complete. We have to write a service that sends SMS to supervisor. Now write a service to store sensor data in database. Then we write a service to store sensor data in a database. Now most IoT applications requires implementation of tasks such as HTTP request response. So most IoT applications requires HTTP request or response. MQTT publish, subscribe, emails, SMS, tweets, and storing loading data, etc. Engineers at IBM faced this same issue. Every time they had to create a new prototype, they were required to code the flow and task from scratch. So they had to create again and again those programs. That means they had to make them from scratch. So this was problems faced by engineers at IBM. Now even though they were repetitive, that means even though the code were repetitive, still they were facing problems. Now so they developed a Node-RED, which is excellent drag and drop toolkit. So they developed Node-RED, which is excellent drag and drop toolkit. So Node-RED was a software which was developed by engineers at IBM. So they developed a Node-RED, which is excellent drag and drop toolkit. You still need to write code, but amount of code required is significantly reduced. That means you still need to write code. That means uh, even after using this Node-RED application, the program is not perfect. That means it is not completed. You still have to write code. That means you have to do a small part, but the amount of code required is significantly reduced. That means it is doing easy, it is easing our task of uh, that work or that coding. So it is easing our task. Node-RED flow is made of nodes. Each node encapsulates a reusable piece of code that performs a certain task. That means Node-RED flow is made of nodes. That means there are various nodes. That is why the name has given as Node-RED. So it is made up of nodes. Each node encapsulates a reusable piece of code. So each node has a reusable piece of, encapsulate means it covers a reusable piece of code. So each node consists of a piece of code which is reusable, that performs a certain task. So that code performs a certain task. A flow starts after receiving an input. There are quite a few standard input sources. So a flow starts after we receive after it receives an input. There are quite a few standard input sources such as HTTP, MQTT, and TCP. So a flow starts after receiving an input. There are quite few standard input sources such as HTTP, MQTT, and TCP. So that means we have to give input to flow. Now flow ends with an output task such as HTTP response. A flow is not limited to one input output node. It can start or end with multiple nodes. So flow ends with output task such as HTTP response, and a flow is not limited to one input or output node. It can start or end with multiple nodes. Nodes in between input and output usually transform or manipulate data. For example, converting HTTP request to email body. That means nodes in between input and output usually transform or manipulate data. Means they change data. For example, converting HTTP request to email body. That means uh, for example, converting HTTP request, that means a request we send to HTTP server, it changes it to email body. So this is an example of input and output conversion. We are going to build a simple project in order to get more acquainted with Node-RED idea of this project. So we are starting a project here. The project is about tweeting whenever it is sunny outside. So we have to tweet whenever it is sunny outside. So here the figure shows the components of light sensor tweet system. So in this figure, first is sun plus device on left hand side. Then there comes a node-RED flow, and then comes a tweeter. So components of light sensor tweet system are sun plus device, then node-RED and tweeter. So the hardware required for light sensor tweet system, first is Arduino, then second is Wi-Fi shield. So these are hardware required. Now software required, Arduino IDE 1.6.4 or later version. So this is for software, and second is Node-RED 0.13.2 or later version. So that is software. Circuit. This circuit uses an analog light intensity sensor which returns value between 0 and 1023. Higher value means higher intensity of light. So this circuit uses an analog light sensor. So its value ranges from 0 to 1023. Now make sure your Arduino is not connected to a power source such as a computer via USB or battery. So we are building circuit here. First is make sure your Arduino is not connected to a power source such as a computer or a USB or battery. Attach a Wi-Fi shield to the top of Arduino. All pins should be aligned. So this is second step. We have to attach a Wi-Fi shield to top of Arduino and all pins should be aligned. Now using jumper cables, connect power plus 5 volt and ground GND ports of Arduino to power plus and minus. So using jumper cable, we have to connect a power source to plus minus. So according to, we have to connect that. Now your breadboard has a power source. Use jumper cables to connect. Now your breadboard has a power source. Use jumper cables to connect. To read light sensor values, you need to connect a jumper cable from analog read port of light sensor to A0 analog port of Arduino. That means to read light sensor values, you need to connect a jumper cables from analog read port of light sensor to A0 of Arduino. So we are connecting here that light source input to A0 of analog pin of Arduino. Your code will read this port to read lights intensity value. So from this port your code will read this light intensity values from 0 to 1023. Now Node-RED flow, we can find installation instruction at Node-RED's official website. So we have to install this software called Node-RED. So we can find installation instruction at official website. So website is http://nodered.org/docs getting started installation.html. So this is site for instructions on official website. In this section we are going to develop a flow in Node-RED that performs receive an HTTP request sent from a light sensor. First it receives an HTTP request sent from a light sensor. Then second, prepare a tweet using data sent by light sensor. So it prepares a tweet using data sent by light sensor, then tweets the message, then send an HTTP response. Tweets message and sends an HTTP response. Here we have to note that the Node-RED server URL in logs HTTP 127.0.0.1/1880 is the IP of your local computer and cannot be accessed by Arduino. So here we have to note that this is IP address of your local computer and it cannot be accessed by Arduino. You will need to replace the local IP with network IP of your machine. So we have to check our machine, that is our Wi-Fi router, and we have to replace this address with our local IP of our router. The IP of Node-RED server used in this book was 10.0.0.6. So the URL you see is HTTP this. So in this book we have used one server, that is Node-RED server, and it was 10.0.0.6. Enter Node-RED server URL in a browser to access the designer. So we are entering the Node-RED server URL in browser and we access the designer. Now designer opens up with an empty flow tab called flow1. So now we have installed Node-RED software, and designer tab will open now. So designer opens up with an empty flow tab called flow1. So flow1 is uh, first tab. Now on left side of designer there is a palette will all available with all available nodes. So on left hand side of designer window we get all available nodes. Nodes are grouped into various categories such as input, output, and function, etc. So nodes are divided into various categories such as input node, then output node, and then function nodes, etc. So this is how this node tab looks. So this is input section. So input section there are following nodes. First is inject, then second is catch, then third is status, fourth is mqdt. So in this designer tab we will see this palette of input. So fourth is mqdt, fifth is http, then sixth is websocket. Now below this we will see tcp, then udp, and now serial. So these are nodes. Input nodes in the default installation of Node-RED. Input nodes in the default installation of Node-RED. So these are input nodes which are default in installation of Node-RED. So this is output section of nodes. So in output section there are following nodes. First is debug, then second is mqtt, third is http response, fourth is websocket, fifth is tcp, sixth is udp, and seventh is serial. On right side of designer there are info and debug tabs. So on side of designer window there are input and info and debug tabs. The info tab displays documentation about currently selected node in node palettes or flow tab. So on the right hand side of designer there are info and debug tabs. So the info tab is displaying some documentation about currently selected nodes in node palette of flow tab. Finally deploy button on the top right of designer lets you deploy then activate your flow changes to server. So finally a deploy button. So there is a deploy button on top right of the designer section. So what it does is it lets you deploy and activate. So deploy is like activating, so it lets you deploy and activate your flow changes to server. So this comes under final part. Now let us start creating flow. We can use flow1 to create your flow. So here we are starting the creation of flow. We can use flow1 to create your flow. So here we are using flow1 to create our flow. If you have already created some flows and want to create a new one, click on plus sign on top right side and add a new flow. So some people have already created some flows and they want to create a new one, then they can click on plus sign on top right side and add a new flow. So they can click on plus sign on top right side and add a new flow. Call new flow light sensor tweet flow and click on OK. So we are creating here light sensor tweet flow. So light sensor tweet system we are creating. So call new flow light sensor tweet and click on OK. So we have created a light sensor tweet system. So here we are adding that. Drag and drop HTTP request input node from palette into flow tab. So first we have to drag and drop HTTP request input node. So this is an input node which is HTTP request node. From input section we are clicking on it with mouse, that is dragging. Drag and drop HTTP request input node, that means we are dropping into our working area. So this is HTTP request input. Now double click on HTTP node to open properties dialog box. Set method to get which specifies HTTP request will be sent by client using get method. So there are two methods, which is first is get method which is GET and second is post method POST. Now we are double clicking on HTTP node to open properties dialog box. So here we are double clicking on HTTP node. So double click on HTTP node to open properties dialog box. So by double clicking on HTTP node we are creating open properties dialog box. Set method to get. So here we are setting get method which is GET, which specifies HTTP request will be sent by client using get method. The structure of request varies based on methods you select. So structure of request varies based on methods you select. So this is edit section after double clicking on HTTP in node. So first we will get is method. So here we have to select GET. In this box we have to select GET, that is get method. So another method is post method, but here we are selecting get method. Now URL, that is universal resource locator. So here we have to create /light sensor tweet. Here we are creating /light sensor tweet. Now name is receive HTTP request. So that name we have to select, that is receive HTTP request. Now set URL property to light sensor tweet, that means universal resource locators property to light sensor tweet. This URL will be prepended by Node-RED server and port server used in this project is available at 10.0.0.6/1880. So this URL will be prepended by Node-RED server and the port server used in this project is available at. So this is a server created by an author of this book. So so this is an open server and this server is available at this address, IP address, that is 10.0.0.6/1880. So Arduino will send data to 10.0.0.6/1880 light sensor tweet Finally, each node can be given a custom name that describes tasks it performs. Call this node receive HTTP request. So Arduino will send data to this node. Finally, each node can be given a task it performs. Call this node receive HTTP request. So this node is receive HTTP request. So this node we are calling receive HTTP request. Data coming from device using HTTP is in string format. So you need to convert it into number. So data which is coming from device using HTTP is in string format. That means it is long. It is in long format. So you need to convert it into number. So we are converting it into a number. Now drag and drop a function node and place it in flow tab after receive HTTP request node. So so receive HTTP request node we have just completed now. After that, near that receive HTTP request node, we have to drag and drop a function node after the request node. So it should look like this figure. Now double click on function node to open properties dialog. So we have on this function node we have to double click. So after double clicking the function node, then it will open properties dialog box and then change the name to convert to number. So we are changing this name of this function node to convert to a number. So up to here we have changed the name of function node to convert to number. At this point your light sensor will send readings every few seconds whether it's sunny or not. So at this point light sensor will send readings every few seconds. That means light sensor will be sending readings that every few seconds whether it is sunny or not. So if it is sunny it will send readings, if it is not it will send readings. So within node-RED flow you need to add a rule to check if sensor value has crossed a certain threshold has been crossed. So that means this sensor is sending that values. That means is it sunny or not. So we are adding a threshold, that means above that certain darkness value or brightness value it is sunny, and above that brightness level it is dark. So we are adding a certain threshold here. Instead of tweeting you can use same logic to build an application that conserves energy by opening window, um, blinds and turning light inside house off. It is if it is sunny outside. So instead of tweeting in this project we can also modify and we can use this same logic to open and close window when it is sunny outside. So we can use that also for doing opening and closing of windows and turning on and off of lights if it is sunny outside. So after this point our flow should be our working area in node-RED should be look like this. First is receive HTTP request, then we are connecting it to convert to number. Now there comes another part which is a switch. So this figure is about A switch node. So what is a switch node? A switch node lets you follow a certain path in flow based on condition. So our condition was measuring that darkness and brightness levels and defining that is it sunny or not sunny based on that threshold level. So a switch node lets you follow a certain path in flow based on conditions. In switch node, properties change to name check threshold. That means in switch node properties, that means we have to double click on switch node, and in properties of switch node we have to change its name to check threshold. Now by default there will be only one path, so click on plus rule button to add new path. So by default there will be only one path, so click on for plus rule button to add a new path. If the sensor value is greater than 750, it will follow path 1, otherwise path 2. So in there is a condition now in switch node that if sensor value is greater than 750, it will follow path 1, or otherwise it will follow path 2. Node-RED keeps all input information in message.msg.payload. You will be sending sensor value in request var from Arduino. So Node-RED keeps all input information in msg.payload. So it is code for that msg.payload. You will be sending sensor value in request var from Arduino. You are going to use sensor value to create a tweet message. So with sensor value we are creating a tweet message. First is receive http request, then we are connecting to convert to number, which is the function node, and third is check threshold, which is a switch node. So this is the figure for function node. Now double click on function node to open properties dialog box. So double click on function node also. So to open properties dialog box, name it as tweet message. Now name it set tweet message update code inside the function node. So function node, we have to double click on it and change its properties to and change its name to set tweet message. Now connect the set tweet message node to first path of check threshold switch node. This connection will make sure whenever light sensor value crosses threshold 750, connect set tweet message node to first path of check threshold switch node. This connection will make sure whenever light sensor value crosses threshold 750, follow path 1 that tweets. That means above threshold value of 750, the flow will follow that path 1, that is to tweet. Above 750 there will be high brightness, that means there will be sunny day, so it will tweet now. So until now we have this diagram. First is receive http request, then we are connecting it to convert to number function, then we are connecting to check threshold, then we are connecting to function which is set tweet message, and then we are connecting to tweet. So this is our final block diagram. So first is receive http request, so that means we are connecting check threshold to set tweet message, and finally to tweet. For Node-RED to be able to tweet, you need to configure your Twitter credentials. So for Node-RED to be able to tweet, we have to configure Twitter credentials. If you already have a Twitter credentials configured in Node-RED, select them from a Twitter drop-down. So some people have already Twitter credentials configured in Node-RED. Select them from Twitter drop-down. Next dialog box will appear. Click on authenticate with Twitter button. So next dialog box will appear, then click on authenticate with Twitter button. On next screen, enter your Twitter username and password and click on authorize app button to grant Node-RED access to your Twitter account. On next screen, enter Twitter username and password and click on authorize app button to grant Node-RED access to your Twitter account. So on next screen, there comes a username and password section, and we have to click on authorize app button. So until now we have this diagram, that is, first is receive HTTP request, then it is connected to convert to number, then it is connected to check threshold, then it is connected to set tweet message, then it is connected to tweet, and then comes another function which is HTTP. The HTTP response node will simply send msg.payload back to client in JSON format. Connect the send HTTP response node to second path of check threshold switch node and also to set tweet message. So HTTP response node will simply send message.payload back to client in JSON format. Connect send HTTP response node to second path of the check threshold node switch and also set tweet message, also to set tweet message. That means HTTP response is connected to now switch node and also to set tweet message. Now this is a fully completed functional red node flow, Node-RED flow. So first is receive HTTP request, so for this is first block. Second is convert to number, this is second block. Now check threshold, which is switch node, this is third block. Then send HTTP response, this is last block. Set tweet message, it is uh, in between blocks, so set tweet message and then tweet. So these are interconnected in this way. Now we will study code for it. Now the code starts with external libraries. First is hash include spi.hex, then hash include wi-fi.hex. Since we are connecting to internet wirelessly, main dependency of code is on wi-fi.hex. So this is first part of code, then which includes external libraries. First is hash include serial peripheral interface.hex. Second one is include wi-fi.hex. So the main dependency of code is on wi-fi.hex. Now internet connectivity wireless. Internet connectivity wireless. This section defines variable, constant and function that are going to be connected to internet. So this is same as chapter 2. Now this is code for reading sensor data. So this is sensor data code. First is int light value, so a light value is an integer. Then void read sensor data in bracket in loop, light value is equal to analog read a0. So analog read at a0 is light value. Now serial print info light sensor reading, then serial print light value. So here we are printing light value, that is the value sensed by analog pin of Arduino. The read sensor data function reads data from analog pin A0 and the result is in between 0 to 1023. The light sensor value is assigned to light value variable. That means analog pin A0 result is in between 0 to 1023 and light sensor value is assigned to light value variable. So this is first part. First is character server is equal to 10.0.0.6, then integer port is equal to 1880, then unsigned long last connection time s is equal to 0, then constant unsigned long post interval is equal to 10L into 1000L. Now void do HTTP get. While client is available, char c is equal to client dot read serial write c. That means when client is available, character c uh, reads client read is stored as character c. Now serial print ln if milliseconds is equal to last connection time is greater than posting interval, then client stop read sensor data, then string request data is equal to request for string light value. Serial print ln info connecting to server if client dot connect dot server port. Client print ln get slash light sensor tweet plus request data plus http 1.1. Now client print ln host plus string server. Client print ln connection close. Client print ln last connection time is equal to millisecond. Serial print ln info http get completed, else serial print ln error connection failed. It defines variable constants and functions that are going to be used for creating and sending http request to server. Main modification with respect to chapter 3. So it defines variable and constants and functions that are going to be used for creating and sending http request to server. Now main modification with respect to chapter 3 is its ability to open and close connection to server repeatedly. So this program is different than chapter 3, and main modification is its ability to open and close connection to server repeatedly. The other changes involve passing a light value variable in request and involving light sensor tweet URL. So these are other changes which involve passing a light value variable in request and invoking light sensor tweet URL. Standard functions. First is void setup serial.begin 9600, which is baud rate. Now connect to internet. Now in void loop there is a do http get and delay 5000. The setup function initializes the serial port and connects to internet. So setup function initializes the serial port and connects to internet. The while it's in loop function, it called do http get at an interval of 5000 milliseconds. So it calls do http get in an interval of 5000 milliseconds. The do http get function reads the sensor data and sends this sensor value to node read in http request. So the do http get function reads the sensor data and sends this value to request. So there are three functions. First is setup, then loop function, and then do http get function.